I've decided to start a series of paintings, and these paintings will be about the Sherlock Holmes stories. My first stop for ideas about these paintings is obviously the works themselves. I have this gorgeous collection of the complete Sherlock Holmes works. However, even though the outside is beautiful, there are no interior illustrations, so we have to content ourselves with the outside. But never fear, I have many other illustrated books. So we're going to check those out, starting with Howard Pyle. Howard Pyle was an early 1900s illustrator, and he really was absolutely stellar. He's most famous probably for Pyle's Pirates, but I have his King Arthur collection and his Robin Hood collection. I believe that these Robin Hood pictures were colorized by a later publisher, not by Pyle, though I'm not certain about that. Pyle did both full color and ink drawing illustrations. Next up is Newbery Winner, Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lin. I was absolutely obsessed with this book when I first read it. The illustrations are gorgeous, and there are delightful line drawings at the start of each chapter. Now, it could not be a discussion on illustration without Jim Kay's Harry Potter illustrations. I was so excited to get this book when it first came out, and I was not disappointed. It's so richly illustrated, with so much detail on practically every page. The level of thought that went into the story building that happens in the illustrations is astounding. Which brings us right into a personal favorite, Cecily Mary Barker's famous Flower Fairies. If you're not familiar with Barker, it's quite likely you've seen her work before, because the flower fairies she drew are extremely famous, having been reprinted on many other things and largely detached from her name, tragically. This is a story and activity book that utilizes a bunch of her drawings in really unique ways.
Ah, Madeline. Now, when I read these as a small child, I did not get these illustrations at all. They were so odd and so squiggly. It didn't make sense to me. But now I absolutely love them. They are so expressive and so evocative of Madeline. Pippi Longstocking. So my edition of Pippi Longstocking was illustrated by Lauren Child, most famous for the Charlie and Lola series. This book is done in that same scrapbook style, and I think it's just gorgeous. This book has also a lot of unique formatting choices that also sell the story, especially if you're reading this aloud to a child, in a really picture booky kind of way, even though it isn't really a picture book. This chapter book has been turned into a picture book, just with the illustrations. The unconventionality of the illustrations dovetails perfectly with the unconventionality of the protagonist. I just love this flashlight page. And the scissors, the big giant scissors. And here we get just absolute beautiful chaos.